If you told me 10 years ago that a kid with a humble upbringing like mine would get the opportunity to work with Audi, I would have never believed you. But here we are. I had the opportunity to experience Audi's next generation lineup for 2025 firsthand, and let me tell you, this video is filled with shock, awe, and indescribable excitement. And if you were in my shoes, seeing all of this for the first time, I think you'd feel the same way. So I hope by sharing this experience, it gives you a real taste of the Audi brand and a deeper understanding of what makes their innovation and design so impressive. I'll start with the 2025 Audi e-tron vehicles and show you why I'm excited about the new tech in them. Then move on to their all-new gas-powered sedans and SUVs, and finally, we'll end by delving into their sport vehicles, and I'll share what it was like getting up and close with Audi's highest performance cars, their RS lineup. No matter what kind of driver you are, Audi has something that you'll all gravitate towards throughout this video. So let's first begin with Audi's 2025 e-tron lineup. The ones that stood out to me the most were the Q6 e-tron and the SQ6 e-tron. Now, the names definitely sound cool, but if you're anything like me, you may be having a hard time deciphering what they mean. The Audi Q6 e-tron is their mid-range luxury SUV, where the Q model represents Audi's SUV lineup, e-tron means electric vehicle, and the 6 represents the size of the vehicle, which is a mid-sized car, since they have other Audis that end in 3, 4, 7, and 8, representing smaller and larger sizes. The SQ6 e-tron is part of the e-tron family, but it's taken up a notch, representing Audi's sports performance-oriented models, hence the S, delivering a more powerful drivetrain, exhilarating performance, and a design that looks and feels sleek and athletic. The Q6 e-tron has a clean, modern, and understated look throughout, while the SQ6 e-tron is bold and sleek, featuring a single-frame grille, dynamic wheel design, red brake calipers, and diamond-stitched sport seats. Both have a strong presence that gives off an undeniable, like, I really want to go fast vibe. But it's not just about the looks, it's about what's inside that is just as impressive. Okay, first things first, we're gonna get my initial reaction of sitting inside the Q6 e-tron. First impressions is that this is a really comfortable car. Everything about it feels really good, honestly, just from the seat. And if I show you what's in front of me, here's the steering wheel right here. It does feel quite nice on the hand. Nice and big, very sturdy. There's this big panoramic display that we'll get to in a moment. I'm not gonna turn it on just yet. We're gonna focus on just the interior. We got our charging ports right here. We kind of pull back. We have our start stop. Nice little dial knob, which I think is actually pretty nice having buttons. I do like the feeling of buttons, so it's nice that that's included here. Got lots of controls here for the driver. For, you know, windows, you're setting your seat. If we turn around, there's this huge panoramic sunroof that looks insane looking up. I feel like it would look a little bit better from the backside. So, and see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look how nice that looks from the backside. My goodness, looks amazing to me. But then if we focus in sort of where I'm seating, so I'm about like 5'9", 5'10", so you can probably see from this angle that, you know, it's pretty comfortable. Have lots of knee space. Head clearance is actually kind of important to me because I have a bit of a fro. So like in other cars, I can actually feel the top of it like compressing onto my hair. So I actually really like the fact that that it's not happening here sitting in the back. Everything just feels super clean, super modern. I can actually see myself kind of rocking like a car like this. Okay, so now we're gonna test out the more premium option, which is the SQ6 e-tron. I'm sitting in here, everything feels immediately different to me. First up, the diamond stitched sport seating feels very comfortable. You know, I feel pretty fast sitting in this. One thing that I did notice though is that there's like this red interior lighting here, even over the Bang & Olufsen sound logo, and then it kind of goes around the entire car. I'm pretty sure this is customizable. I could be wrong, but whoa, what a difference it is in the vibe in here, I would say. And then again, from the backside, you can see that nice like panoramic sunroof there where you can just see so much of the outside, and it looks really cool, honestly, being a passenger, just like in the Q6 e-tron. In terms of like seating, lots of knee space here. I know, again, I'm 5'10". The clearance above my fro very nice. And again, we got that diamond red stitched interior that does feel really nice to sit on as a passenger at the back. Again, just like touching this, this feels great. This is definitely worth upgrading for the seating, if that's something that you're interested in, I would say. But it's not just about how it looks, it's about what's inside that is just as impressive. Their next generation e-tron vehicles are built on a new platform called Audi PPE, Premium Platform Electric. It's a new foundational base that all new Audi e-trons are going to be powered by, making them faster, smarter, and more efficient. As a result, these cars have a larger maximum range, upwards of 500 kilometers plus depending on the model, and immensely improved charging speeds, capable of going from 10 to 80% in just 21 minutes. And this is all possible because of Audi's e-tron lithium-ion batteries being designed using an advanced thermal management system. So whether it's hot or cold outside, you'll get consistent charging performance, which is kind of a big deal considering how EV battery performance can take a hit in extreme temperatures. With this system, Audi ensures that charging speeds stay reliable year-round, so you don't have to worry about slower charge times in the winter or overheating in the summer. The vehicles will also have more interior space because their new electric motors take up less room. And all e-trons are equipped with Audi's e-quattro system, their advanced all-wheel drive technology that seamlessly balances power and efficiency. It automatically engages all four wheels for better traction in tough conditions like rain or snow, or prioritizes efficiency to improve battery life when full traction isn't needed. This means you get the best of both worlds, exceptional control when you need it and optimized range when you don't. Audi's e-quattro technology delivers the same dynamic driving experience that the brand has been perfecting for decades. The coolest thing about the next generation vehicles though is Audi's new virtual cockpit. You get a brand new digital panoramic display that is curved towards the driver, in addition to a brand new optional 10.9-inch passenger screen, which we will get to in a moment. It feels so quick and effortless to navigate, just like my smartphone. Everything is organized into tiles that you can quickly swipe through to get to the core functions. It even has a built-in Audi digital assistant that is deeply integrated into the vehicle's systems, where you can ask your car to do all kinds of controls and actions. Can you set the temperature in the car to 21 degrees?
I am setting the temperature to 21 degrees Celsius.
Okay, nice. Thank you, Audi. That was pretty good, actually. Can you change the interior color of the car to blue?
Okay, I'm setting the interior light to blue.
Oh, no way. It works. That is so sick. Look at that. Oh, I love that. That was really cool. I loved that a lot. Hey, Audi.
Hello.
I'm feeling hot.
I will adjust the settings to make it more comfortable.
Yeah, and then the temperature actually went down another degree. So it went from 21 to 20. Hey, Audi, I'm still feeling a little cold.
I will adjust the settings to make it more comfortable.
And then now it went up by a degree. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. You can now download a wide variety of apps as well, from categories like gaming, productivity, weather, and more, and even familiar apps like Spotify and YouTube. Of course, if you prefer to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you can connect your phone and it works seamlessly as expected. Moving on to the passenger side, it's a completely separate, optional 10.9-inch screen that can be added to keep your guests entertained. You basically get all the same core infotainment functions you get on the driver's side, while also including a built-in privacy filter to ensure the driver doesn't get distracted by what their guest is doing. Here it is right here. We got, customizable clock, which looks really cool. We got where to, so your battery percentage, how much range you have, and the speed. So it's kind of cool. I think when you're driving, the passenger can also see how fast you're going. You can control the audio that's playing. You got control of the maps, so you can kind of zoom out and, pick destinations. This is completely separate from the driver side, in the sense that whatever I'm doing on here, it's not impacting what the driver is seeing. I do believe though, if I set a destination, then both of us will get that. So if I start route guidance,
now turn left,
then
turn right.
Both of us will get the route guidance, which obviously makes sense. We're not gonna have two different screens for two different destinations. More importantly, why I'm bringing that up is that there's a third-party app store, which I don't have access to today because you do need data for that to work. But that's where you'll be able to download a bunch of those third-party apps that I was talking about in the video, like games, movie apps, productivity apps. And I think that's where the value of the passenger screen comes in, because you'll be able to just do whatever you want as you're driving or your driver's driving, and as a passenger you get to just enjoy with a nice little screen right in front of you. So very cool. I would definitely consider paying for this. I think it would do nice little wonders for the guest sitting in your car. And if you know me, you know I had to test the sound system. The Bang & Olufsen premium sound system with 3D sound is incredible, with each speaker strategically placed to deliver an immersive audio experience. Moving on, I was also one of the first in Canada to check out the model debut of two all-new gas-powered vehicles from the next generation lineup, the 2025 Audi A5 and the 2025 Audi SQ5. And wow, do these look incredible. The all-new A5 is the car that had me hooked at first. It looks sporty in all the right places, but still maintained a level of elegance that I loved. It's kind of hard to describe unless you're seeing them in person, but trust me, the aura these cars give off is insane. The grills look fantastic, and the exterior magnet gray color really spoke to me. As for the all-new SQ5, it features a redesigned exterior. It looks powerful, and it's rocking those red brake calipers. And honestly, this is exactly the kind of car I see myself owning in the future. I'm getting married, if you didn't know, in a few months, and I'd like to have some kids in a few years. It would probably be wiser to go with a car like this that has the extra space for the eventual family that I'm trying to build. Also, financially, gas cars are just where my budget lands right now. I can see it actually being possible for me to personally acquire something like this. Of course, both of these cars come with the new OLED panoramic driver and passenger displays that we saw earlier with the e-trons, the incredible sound systems, and like all Audi vehicles, the legendary Quattro all-wheel drive for the safest and smoothest ride possible. They have all the tech that makes me so excited about hopefully being able to own one of these in the future. Okay, let's end off by checking out Audi's most powerful and dynamic performance vehicles, the Audi Sport lineup. Standing next to the RS6 Avant GT, one of only 7 in Canada by the way, was incredible. It had such a distinct and unique look that I can't say I've ever seen in any other car. The R8 GT is sleek and imposing, but undeniably elegant. There were only 9 examples made for Canada, so seeing one in person was an absolutely insane experience. From its menacing presence to the size of the wheels, grills, and the fact that it can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.3 seconds, it's literally a supercar. But of all of these amazing vehicles, the car that really caught my attention was the RS e-tron GT Performance. It's the most powerful Audi ever made with 915 horsepower, so it can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.5 seconds, which I can't even imagine what that would feel like. Also, I never thought red was for me until I stood next to this car. Like, my goodness, does this thing look incredible. This shade just screams performance and thrill. Wow. Okay. This, like even just sitting in it, like you feel lower to the ground. Your body's like wrapped in the seating here. If I want to show you the front side now. So this is the steering wheel here. It has a bit of like a fabric to it that feels really nice on the hand. It's a lot different from the other cars that I sat in today. Nice little red stitching there. Carbon fiber interior there. You do have a really nice like panoramic sunroof that just looks insane. Even if you look at there, nice little glowing sign. e-tron GT. We got what I see as the driver here. So if we look here, actually, we got our boost button and the RS button, which I believe are just 2 performance enhancing buttons. We got some paddle shifters here, which is really cool as well. So there you have it, a deeper look at the Audi next generation lineup for 2025, all rooted in Audi's motorsport heritage. Let me know what cars you're most excited about in the comments down below. Thanks again, Audi Canada, for bringing me out and giving me a first-hand look at what's next. And thank you, actually, the viewers watching these videos, for making all of this stuff just possible for me. Like, I'm super thankful and grateful for these opportunities, and I hope I was able to make it at least feel like you were there with me experiencing this us alongside me. But anyways, comment a blue heart if you made it to the very end of this video, and I'll talk to all of you guys in the next one. Peace.